very impressive to me during this scientific meeting that I'm attending now that many of the research projects are trying to figure out ways to extend life, ways to improve quality of life, different medications we can use, but very few are actually talking about diet. Diet is really a critical component because if we have high-fat diets, if we are overweight, if we have diabetes, develop something called metabolic syndrome, many of our health risks increase dramatically, such as increasing risk of cardiovascular disease, heart attacks, strokes, decreased ability of functions just simply because we're too heavy to get around. So getting back to basics, we have to talk about counting calories. Your weight is a balancing act. The calories play a big role, and we have to determine what our weight is, and the best way to lose weight is to cut back on our calories. There are a lot of different diet strategies that have been out there, fad diets such as eating mountains of grapefruits, eating a lot of water, and what it comes down to, it's a balancing between what you're burning and what you're eating. So there's a whole range of different opportunities that are given to us, both in the mass media, but we have to think about our weight loss and ways that we can do that. A simple tablespoon of olive oil is 120 calories. If one thinks about weight loss, we have to think about it in terms of just cutting back. Even a simple amount of 122 calories would be critical. Calories basically fuel our body. Calories are the energy that we find inside of food, so it's very important that we have enough calories and enough food to activate that. Carbohydrates, fats, proteins are all types of nutrients that contain calories, and the main energy source for your body are contained in these components. Regardless they come from, the calories that you eat are converted to physical energy or they're converted to fat. So we have to think about how can we tip the scale. If we think about 3,500 calories a day equals to about 1 pound or 0.45 kilograms of fat. It's estimated that you need to burn about 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound. So in general, if you cut down 500 to 1,000 calories a day in your diet, you'll lose about 1 to 2 pounds in a week, which is quite amazing. It sounds simple, however, it's a lot more complex than that. When you lose weight, you actually have a combination of burning fat, lean tissue, as well as losing water. And because of these changes that occur in our body and the weight loss that occurs, you may need to decrease the amount of calories further to continue weight loss the more exercise you do. Also have to consider that as we do go through this diet of cutting calories and we're getting closer to our ideal body weight, our body starts accommodating, so it doesn't have that quite one-for-one situation we talked about where stopping 3,500 calories a day will lose a pound. So cutting calories becomes important. We have to think about skipping high-calorie foods, go to stop low nutritional items. Swapping high-calorie foods for low-calorie food options becomes critical. And just losing 100 calories a day can make a big difference. How does that actually occur? To cut 250 to 500 calories per day from your diet, it's simple. It's basically avoiding sodas and other sweetened beverages. Even orange juice is very high in calories. People don't think about it, but 1 tablespoon of olive oil has 120 calories in it. Think about how much olive oil we use when we cook. 1 soda adds up to 130 calories per 12-ounce can. Reducing portion size and using smaller plates, measuring servings, of course, is something that we all think about. We also want to replace those high-processed fatty foods such as potato chips and cookies with fresh fruit and vegetables. That also improves our diet because after eating the high-fattening foods such as potato chips, in an hour or two we feel really hungry. But when we eat fruits and vegetables, the digestion of the pulp within that is slower and makes us feel fuller for longer periods. You want to switch from whole milk to fat-free milk to reduce calories, and choose sources of protein such as fish, lean chicken, nuts and seeds, and beans, things that we don't think about, but very high in protein. It's not hard to stop 130 calories. If you think about stopping 1 soda, stopping a glass of orange juice, probably cut back maybe around 200-300 calories in a day, and just even a tablespoon of olive oil cutting back will lose 120 calories. Skipping 1 to 2 high-calorie items is a good place to start when cutting down your calories. For example, you could skip your morning latte, soda at lunch, or that bowl of ice cream that you always like to have after dinner. Think about what you have to do and think about what you're drinking each day. Identify the items that you can cut back easily. Even sometimes sauces. People think they're doing well in eating salads, but then they're putting on a lot of salad dressings. The oil, as you know, is now 120 calories. Oil and vinegar itself may sound good. Even olive oil may sound good, but how much oil are you really using? How much salad dressing are you really using? How much mayonnaise are you using? Simple things cutting back in those categories will result in significant weight loss. So now we learned that eating correctly is very important, and making good food choices not only on volume but also on small items such as mayonnaise, taking a look at the ketchup we're using, different kinds of oil and vinegars is important. But it's important to eat the right amount of foods. And if you think about it, just cutting your calories is an easy way to start with your weight loss plan. Eating an extra 100 calories a day can cause you to gain 10 pounds in a year, whereas eating 100 calories less than usual may result in 10-pound weight loss. And it's easy to stop 100 calories. Just stop a tablespoon of olive oil. Some basics to think about and the ways to help contribute to your longevity and improve quality of life. People love their packaged food. Ranch-flavored tortilla chips, one snack bag of about 3 ounces gives you 426 calories. Chocolate ice cream, 1 cup of chocolate ice cream has 285 calories typically. Lemon lime soda, 16 ounces, 201 calories. So start off with a few tips. Start with smaller portions, especially the beginning of the meal. Start slow. Don't pile up your plate too much. Eat from plates, not packages. Gives us a better understanding of what we're actually eating. Check food labels and have in your own mind some kind of a calorie counter. And do I need this extra 100 calories? Because this extra 100 calories a day is going to give me a 10-pound weight gain at the end of the year. So as we gaze around the room and see the hundreds, even thousands of neuroscientists that have come here trying to figure out how to come up with new ways to improve your longevity, improve your quality of life, the basics are lose some weight, exercise a little bit to help lose the weight, but cut your calories down, and you'll be on the forefront of modern medicine in prevention and improving your quality of life.